The next morning.
On behalf of the captain, officers, and crew, we thank you for the food.
We stopped in Orlando after the cruise. Hey, you know, all good rides and good fun, you know where that ends? Always in Orlando, either in a gift shop or the shopping mall. And then there's such good shopping in Orlando. So even though we didn't leave from the Orlando port, it is on the way home. So we spent the night. Whoa! We spent the night in Orlando on the way back to Atlanta. Sorry, the youngest one always gets the raw end of the stick.
Look at you. Nike bag all on top of you.
We got some great deals. I got some boots that have been marked out from $300 to $65. You can't beat that. Thanks, Orlando. Sorry, Ami.
My favorite part of this cruise was zip lining. I loved the zip line. I hadn't done it in a long time. It was having some good food in Jamaica and just having a nice beach day. And I loved going out to see Greece. They did such an amazing job. I also just loved the bonding time I got with my family, all the comedic moments, the silly moments, the times where we got to relax with each other and just take ourselves away from work and school. That was always my favorite part of our trips. Something I didn't like was the food in the Windjammer. We went there for breakfast, and on the final day we went to breakfast in the main dining room, and I definitely noticed a significant change in the taste and quality of the food for breakfast. So if you want better quality of food, I would say go to the dining room or go to the specialty restaurants, just because the Windjammer wasn't able to give us the normal quality of food that we have on cruises. One cool thing that I saw Royal Caribbean is doing while on the ship is they're actually putting on a cruise so people can see all of the world wonders. So if that's something you want to cross off your bucket list, or even just a couple of them in a certain region of the world, you should check it out.
There's nothing like a cruise. It's fun on autopilot. I mean, you get a nice room. There's wonderful food that you can partake in. There's great fun, and you see some amazing sights. One of my favorite things to do is go out on the balcony and take a nap. Just have the boat rock you to sleep like when you were a kid in your mom's arms. I enjoy sitting with a good book on the balcony as well, and just gazing out into the ocean and watching the waves and the fish as the ship goes by, and seeing boats out into the horizon is just something that's beautiful to behold and very calming. Now, if I had to rate my overall experience on the Harmonies of the Seas, I would rate it in 4 categories: food, fun, family, and favor. The food overall, I would give it a C. And that is because the food was not consistent in the dining room. Sometimes the food was pretty bad. And other times we may have found something that we enjoyed. The best food was offered in the restaurants, and that was an extra price. My next category is fun. There is a lot of fun to be had on the Harmony of the Seas. I mean, the cruise ship is huge. You have slides, you have putt-putt golf, there's ice skating, there's movies, there's musicals. What's not to love? I think that you can go and just do practically anything that you would want to do on a land vacation, actually on the cruise ship. So that really made it special. Also, the ports. The ports were a lot of fun. We met great people there. It was wonderful to reconnect with some family friends and see some sights that we hadn't seen before when we went to the Caribbean, or just get a different perspective on lifestyle there. The Harmony of the Seas also has some great surprises. One of them was bingo. Who would expect something like that? Hey, I am still 3 for 3. Thank you, Royal Caribbean. And another surprise was when I walked in the elevator and was serenaded. Now that came totally out of the blue. It was a lot of fun and something that you just don't see every day. And one of the biggest surprises for me as well was the musical. I was really impressed by the singing and the set and the costumes. It seemed like something that you would see in a city playhouse. So kudos, Royal Caribbean. I think that you redeemed yourself from the other musical that was in poor taste, The Cousin of Columbus. My third category is family. I give family as well as fun on the Royal Caribbean Harmony of the Seas both an A. We had great fun together as a family. We got a chance to reconnect, talk about what's going on at work, what's going on in our personal lives, and sharing our dreams and hopes for the future. There's nothing like a vacation to keep a family close. So I suggest that you call your siblings and call your kids and book some travel and make new memories that will last a lifetime. And last but not least, the favorite category. This is the customer service category. Did you go the extra mile to make sure that we had a good time? Overall, I would say that the service on Harmony of the Seas was okay. There were some people who were outstanding and there were some people who were lackluster. We had some great service in the restaurants and specialty shops, but in our own room, our room attendant was pretty standoffish. My worst experience on the cruise ship also has to deal with customer service. I still go back to that first night when we had the dining experience, the open table dining, and we were relegated to the back of the dining room in a corner. And there were plenty of open and empty seats and tables for us to use to have our meal. When you're on vacation, you want to relax and not to have to go from 0 to 5 to demand to be treated with respect and equity as a consumer of color on a cruise ship. Despite what we faced, I would recommend it highly.
Hi, my overall opinion on the Harmony of the Seas cruise ship and our experience with it was, I think it really allowed us to have good quality family time. I didn't like that the teen club was just like not really like a club for teens. It was more like a hangout space. There wasn't like bumping music or like parties all the time, which I'm used to from like Carnival and MSC and other trips like that. But it also allowed for you to spend more time with your family because Royal Caribbean is more of a family-oriented boat. So I liked that aspect and also didn't like it because I wanted to have that experience with the teens that I would meet that were my age, but also it allowed me to take time away from that part of the fun cruise life and spend more time with my family. We got to play bingo together and we got to do fun things like the ziplining that you saw. So I think that was my overall favorite part about the cruise, just being able to spend quality time with my family. I think some small things I didn't like about the cruise, other than the nightlife for teens, was also, this might be a small thing, but it's kind of a big thing for me because when I go on a cruise, I'm thinking unlimited food, unlimited sweets, like I'm going to be going all out on the food because that's what cruises offer. But when you're on the deck and you're having a nice day at the pool, the sun's beaming on you, you're like, I really want an ice cream cone right now. And you know, when you go to a cruise, you're bound to get unlimited ice cream from that soft serve machine. And that's what I thought too. But I went to the ice cream machine and there's a guy who's policing the machine. And so he controls how much ice cream you get on the cone, and he gives some people a lot and gives some people not a lot, and they close the ice cream machine at certain times. Like they closed that like before the evening even came. So I'm like, what in the world is going on? Like it's a really small thing, but I really didn't like how they were gatekeeping their ice cream machine. I think a big part of the cruise experience is the unlimited food. And that part just like really bummed me out because I really wanted to have that, I can just get an ice cream cone whenever I want type experience.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and stay tuned for our next video. Thanks. See you soon.